A St. Bernard, Ohio police officer is on paid leave following a tense traffic stop over the weekend.
Put your hands up!
Hold the channel.
Holding the channel.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Keep your hands out of your pocket!
I'm not gonna fight you. Listen to me. I'm not gonna fight you. Dude, I've been a cop for 35 years.
Well, then you gotta listen.
I know. I'm a policeman.
Where at?
St. Bernard.
We have no breathalyzer that was taken. We have no field sobriety tests. We have no arrest at all. In fact, they apparently just cited him and released him to his daughter. So he got all around this special treatment. It's the double standard.
Go ahead and turn around for me.
Please don't put handcuffs on me.
I'm gonna have to. Just go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back.
I'm gonna take whatever's in.
Initially, dispatchers were called by the wife or ex-wife of Sergeant Michael Matheson. The woman told dispatchers that she and Matheson had gotten into an argument and he was refusing to leave her home in Wyoming, Ohio, after they'd returned from a Halloween party. As she was on the phone with dispatchers, she told them that Matheson was leaving in his truck, intoxicated and possibly armed with his duty weapon. Wyoming, Ohio police officers pulled Matheson over after spotting his truck traveling at, quote, excessive speeds on Springfield Pike.
Area-wide before exiting the vehicle.
Put your hands up!
Hold the channel.
Holding the channel.
Body cam video released by the Wyoming Police Department shows Matheson getting out of his truck. For nearly 2 minutes, officers had their guns drawn, yelling several commands at Matheson as they tried to get him to cooperate. They told him to keep his hands up, get down on his knees, and place hands behind his back.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Stop right there.
Yeah, you got out of the truck. Yep. What's up?
Down on your knees. Just give us a second. Get down on your... Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Other hand in the air.
Put your other hand up.
Put your hand in the air. Both of them. Left hand too.
You got something to do left hand.
Put your hands up. You're under arrest. Put your hands in the air. Put your hands up. All right, Dawes, move up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Keep your hands out of your pocket. You're going to get tased. Keep your hands out of your pocket. Go ahead.
Here, I'm a cop. I swear to God, I'm not gonna fight you.
Or an OIC.
I'm not gonna fight you, dude. I'm not going to. I swear to God, there's nobody in my truck.
Another sit.
I'm not gonna fight you. Listen to me. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. I swear to God.
Well, you gotta listen to us, man.
I'm trying to. Please help me.
31, what area do you need me?
32. We got. Well, then you gotta listen.
I know.
Then why didn't you listen?
Well,
Don't blame me.
Hey, ma'am, 32. I'm with them. You just wait to release the channel.
Let's get out of the ring.
dude, I'm not gonna fight.
Let's get out of the
you.
ring. I'm not worried about you fighting now.
I'm not. Well, I'm not going to. I don't want to do this.
You got anything, do you have a gun or anything on
I
you?
have nothing on me. I don't have my weapon. No, sit down. I don't. My wife and I were at a party. We had an argument.
All right, have a
That's
seat.
all
Get
it
out of the
is.
ring.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
I don't know.
Can you? God, can you loosen these, please?
Hey, we have 30 minutes.
I would never hurt anyone. I'm a policeman.
Where at?
St. Bernard.
Okay, well, you have to listen.
I
You know,
know.
why would you not just do as you were told? It's not that difficult. You know that.
I was just calling my daughter. That's all I was doing. I was going to get a phone call. I was calling my daughter. I just wanted her to know what was going on. And I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I wouldn't hurt
We'll
you.
talk to you here in just a minute.
Why would you think I would ever hurt you?
I don't know you.
Dude, I know you don't. I know you don't.
All right, whatever. We'll talk here in a minute. We'll talk here in a minute.
Listen to me.
Hold on. We'll talk here in a minute.
I don't know.
Can you, God damn, can you loosen these, please?
Here, turn around.
Are you for real? I swear to God. Dude, I would never hurt any of you. I'm a policeman.
Where at?
St. Bernard.
Okay, well, you have to listen.
I know.
Why would you not just do as you were told? It's not that difficult. You know that.
I was just calling my daughter. That's all I was doing. I was making a phone call. I was calling my daughter. I just wanted her to know what was going on.
Okay.
And I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I wouldn't hurt
We'll
you.
talk to you here in just a minute.
Why would you think I would ever hurt you?
I don't know you.
Dude, I know you don't. I know you don't.
All right, whatever. We'll talk here in a minute. We'll talk here in a minute. Hold on. We'll talk here in a minute.
The officers cited Matheson for obstructing official business and released him to his daughter at the scene. This may not really surprise you, but here's what strikes me about this video. Up until the point they found out that he was a colleague of theirs, a fellow police officer, he got the same treatment that you or I would get, and that is one of these so-called felony stops at gunpoint, where he's almost shot.
Put your hands up. Turn around and put your hands behind your back. Turn around, hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Keep your hands out. Other hand in the air. Put your hand in the air, both of them. Left hand too. Put your left hand in the air. Yep. Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Then they find out he's a police officer, and then what happens? Well, we had a call alleging some sort of domestic violence, that there may be a gun involved. They pull this guy over. He's not following their commands. He does sound intoxicated. I don't know what he usually sounds like, but in my opinion, he does. Unlike the video I posted the other day of the bus driver, this guy seems like he very well may be intoxicated.
I'm not going to fight you. Listen to me. I'm not going to fight you. Dude, I'm not going to fight you.
Let's get out of the ring. I'm not worried about you fighting now.
I'm not going to. Dude, I would never hurt any of you. I'm a policeman.
Boom, we have, instead of being treated like he was being treated or like you or I would be treated, now he's just put in the car and they shut him up by closing the door when he's basically spilling the beans.
That's okay. We'll talk to you here in just a minute.
Why would you think I would ever hurt you?
I don't know you.
Dude, I know you don't. I know you don't.
All right, whatever. We'll talk here in a minute. We'll talk here in a minute. Hold on. We'll talk here in a minute.
And then what happens? There is no investigation, apparently, on whether he's intoxicated. We have no breathalyzer that was taken. We have no field sobriety tests. We have no arrest at all. In fact, they apparently just cited him and released him to his daughter. So he got all around this special treatment. So here I am at the office the following day now. This is a Saturday, and unfortunately I'm preparing for video depositions that are set to take place Monday morning while everyone else is out enjoying their weekend. But I really just couldn't resist adding some more to this video. Where else have we seen this sort of special treatment being given recently? Well, it wasn't even a couple weeks ago that I posted the video about the West Virginia Sheriff Nathan Harmon up in the Eastern Panhandle getting indicted by a grand jury after special treatment was apparently given to his daughter at the scene of a wreck that was suspiciously absent of any sort of DUI investigation, where there would have been an investigation if it were anyone else. The sheriff's daughter, Carrie Harmon, claimed that she was driving to her friend's house to have dinner and to watch movies, but that a deer ran out in front of her. The roads were wet, and she swerved to avoid the deer and then wrecked. But what really appears to have happened is that her father helped her cover up the fact that what really happened was she was driving while intoxicated.
You have a preference on the tow truck, ma'am? No, I'm gonna let my dad take care of it. My dad will take care of it. My dad's Nathan Harmon. He's on his way right now.
Okay. You have a preference in tow trucks, sir? She's up there in the truck. I just got him out of the roadway so traffic went.
Have you talked to him?
Uh-huh.
Is she drinking?
I can't tell.
Okay.
She's right behind you.
Then there was a video I just did a few days ago about the bus driver's nightmare, where my client Yolanda Elliott, a bus driver in Bluefield, West Virginia, was pulled out of her bus by police officers as captured on their body cam. And just because this officer had a hunch that she could be intoxicated, put her through all these field sobriety tests, took her to the hospital for a blood test, and she absolutely wasn't intoxicated at all. So the other end of the spectrum, we had the treatment that just regular people get, sometimes from police officers. This video shows my client being arrested for a DUI, even though she was stone cold sober.
You just run a stop sign? I mean stoplight?
No, it was green, sir.
It was red.
I had to stop, and then the light turned green, and that's why we all went.
Alright, give me a second. Her pupils are really, really super small. Hey, just go up there and be like, hey, did he get your insurance card and registration card, and look at her eyes? Yeah, she just now put them on. She didn't have sunglasses on a minute ago.
I told her to take them off. I mean,
You mean do field sobriety on her? I mean, because she didn't have those sunglasses on until you pulled up.
And the sun ain't even out right here.
Miss Elliott, come here and talk to me for a minute. What I feel like we should do to cause less trouble for the people on the bus, you probably should call somebody and let them come get the people off the bus real quick. Because I'm going to run you through field sobriety tests, okay? Go ahead and turn around for me.
Please don't put handcuffs on me.
I'm going to have to. So go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back.
I'm going to take whatever's in.
And let me go ahead and give you a quick update on what happened after I posted that video of Miss Elliott being arrested for not being drunk. The government doubled down, and they apparently went to the news media, WVVA TV News, and this article gets popped out. Former BAT driver sees DUI charge dropped. And they say that a DUI charge against a former Bluefield area transit driver was recently dropped in magistrate court. Yolanda Elliott, however, did plead guilty to running a red light when she was behind the wheel of a bus. So now they're running defense. They say this: Elliott was dismissed, i.e. fired, from the BAT after that incident. However, Bluefield City Attorney Anthony Heltzel said the DUI charge had nothing to do with her dismissal. To clarify, Miss Elliott was not terminated because of her criminal DUI charges or because she was suspected of being inebriated while driving a BAT bus. Okay, time out. Let's go back and look at the media report that came out about a year ago. Bluefield transit driver terminated after DUI charge. A former transit driver was charged with DUI after she was pulled over while behind the wheel of a city bus. The driver, Yolanda Elliott, showed signs of intoxication, including constricted pupils, according to Patrolman Green. Elliott reportedly told the officer she had taken Ambien and Percocet. After performing poorly on field sobriety tests, Elliott was taken to the police station and her blood tested, Patrolman Green said. Elliott was placed on administrative leave after the traffic stop and was terminated this week, according to Bluefield Area Transit General Manager John Reeves. That article, about a year ago, says nothing about anything else really other than it implies that she was intoxicated and then implies that she was fired because she was intoxicated, and also implies that at least a half a dozen passengers who were on the bus were in danger. So completely false information. Now they've changed their story after I showed you the video. And going back to the most recent media report, there's also a statement from the prosecutor. Mercer County Prosecuting Attorney Brian Cochran said the DUI charge was eventually dismissed. This matter was handled in our magistrate court, Cochran said. I have reviewed the file. The police officer clearly had probable cause for the DUI arrest, but subsequent blood tests and a review of all the evidence did not, in my office's opinion, yield enough evidence to establish guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Therefore, the DUI charge was dismissed, and she pled to the red light violation. So the prosecutor says that the police officer clearly had probable cause for the DUI arrest. What is that probable cause? What is that probable cause? You watched the video. I watched the video. There's nothing there. There's no probable cause. Only the fact that she arguably ran a yellow or a red light. She appears to me to have passed the field sobriety test with flying colors. She also did not tell the police officer that she was on those medications at the time. She said she took them at 8:30 the night before. The point here is look at the difference. That's why you should care about, what may just be a dumb video. It's the double standard. Look how Miss Elliott was treated. Look at the investigation, the lengths that they have gone to prosecute her, to fire her, to smear her in the media. And then look what happens with police officers, unless there's some outside agency that comes in and performs an outside investigation. And in the Nathan Harmon case, that was a special prosecutor from the outside, because remember, the elected prosecutor in his own county did nothing. So as always, thanks for watching. If you like going through this type of content, please subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. Remember that freedom is scary. Deal with it.